Woe to the shepherds, the pastors, the leaders. These pastors are rotten, low-down scoundrels. They ain't no good. They ain't about doing the right thing. Woe to you, shepherds. That's what the word says. It don't look good for you. Your future is gloomy and dim. And the thing that bothers me, you got pastors 80 years old, 70 years old, and still caught up in mess. Still don't know how to lead God's people. Still don't know how to do the right thing. Still don't have no wisdom. You scattered the flock. You ain't bringing it together. Remember what Paul said? It is so true today. He said, ravenous with wolves will come out from your own numbers and scatter the flock. They will come out. And what they're going to do, they're going to pervert the truth in order to draw men unto them, to draw disciples unto them. They ain't about God's will and God's purpose and seeing people live a holy, successful life. And got people fooled. You think because you can get a good praise, a good dance, and all of that, and a good song or what have you, and have a beautiful building, you think that you have in church. You ain't having no church. You ain't even in the church. And if you're sitting under a crooked and corrupt pastor, you're going to hell with him. That shows how blind you are. If you follow them, you're blind. They lost going to hell because of you. They might be sitting in your seat in your church, but they're scattered from the Lord. They're no longer God's flock anymore. And you made them vulnerable to demons and this wicked world. You're not safeguarding them. You're not holding them accountable. You're going to be punished. You're going to hell. You got to answer to God for that. Crooked preachers. And you're going to go and sit up under that mess. Do anybody care about God? Do anybody care about doing the right thing? Does anybody care about people really repenting and doing the right thing? Do we believe in accountability? Or what are we here for? If we going to just do what we want to do. And then the preacher, because he want members, he can, and he want to be somebody, he can't even speak truth to people. He can't stand on no truth. Weak jellyback preacher. You doing evil and wickedness. Hallelujah. You're not being no shepherd. You're not being no pastor. You're not looking out for the flock. Hallelujah. When Paul sent somebody somewhere, he sent a letter. They were in communication. They worked together. You can't leave one church and go to another church and think you're going to do what you want to do. But these preachers, you do what you want to do today. They don't check in. A person can be a rapist, a child molester, and you just let them in and haven't repented. And you just let them in. That shows you ain't being led by God. A person can be a rebel, tore up a church, and then come over to your church. You just let them right in. You just go right along with them. You don't research. You don't. Least the world do better than the church. Because in the world, to work for them, they do background checks. And they monitor you. Because if you mess up tomorrow and get arrested, they'll know about it. But the church, we just let any and everything in. And that's why in the book of Revelations, it become a hunt for demons. You let everything in. You ain't standing at the gate. Hallelujah. You ain't standing at the gate watching, standing on your watch, the pastor. You letting everything in. You ain't no shepherd. You ain't protecting the flock. If they're God's people, you got to hold them accountable and make sure they're doing right.